Do what you gotta do, just be gentle. So it's recording right now, but we haven't started yet. So none of this is gonna make it on the DVD.
Well, it could.
No, because
this could be like a DVD menu audio. Like eating some pizza.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me,
dude. You're tempted already. It's gonna be on there.
Does this record the slurps?
Oh no, you gotta get them with like the little bit of shake up and then. Ooh, does that sound tasty?
That was almost nothing, dude.
But that's like the opening of Fresh, but
right.
You can't have it be like yeah, fucking foaming and
you don't even know if they picked it up.
It's a tsunami in a bottle.
That shit would be so funny. It's like, ooh, sorry, Matt.
All right, so let's do this. So that I can line it up. So somebody clap. You clap.
That works.
That doesn't work.
Why doesn't it work?
Alright. Is this the right one? This is the wrong one. Okay, hold on. That's the wrong one. Why did it play that one?
Because you put that one.
Okay.
Alright.
Now it's the right one.
Look at this.
Well,
all lined up.
Also the audio of this. So I'm going to turn it down so we can't really hear it. So, alright. I'm the director, Mathew Bonta. I also wrote this and produced it. And with me is...
Ashley Cortez.
And you do what in this movie?
The actress.
And you played?
I forgot her name.
Faith.
I was Faith.
Yes, you play Faith. And we also have...
Dakota Kimes.
And you played...
Ugly Boop.
Dakota was the secret cast member in this movie because I tricked people with Dakota's credit over the opening credits where it says Dakota Kimes as Detective Boop. For all those people who know him as Detective Boop in the other movies.
But
so they're not. Yes, you're also.
But I'm also ugly.
Yes.
Let's not forget this.
You're also Ugly the Vampire, and you're in heavy makeup or semi-heavy makeup or mask, I guess, so that people don't recognize you. So, movie started, and you guys aren't in any of these scenes.
Nope.
We're not. I was so disappointed these first few scenes. I was like, where's my face?
What was it like seeing the movie for the first time? Especially not being in these opening scenes.
It's... I don't know. It's not. I guess it's not really any different because there have been iterations of movies. This is not my first one that I was.
This is not your first rodeo.
You know what I'm saying? I've done it. I've done it both ways, where I was very, very heavily involved in some, and then not so heavily involved.
Well, I mean, this is the best looking movie that we have. It was the best quality camera that we've used so far.
Yes.
So, and actually, this is your first starring role.
Yep.
So
let's not brush over your cameo here.
Oh no, it's fine. I've done one of these commentaries already.
Oh, okay.
You know, so all the information's out there that this was supposed to be someone else, and
you should have put my brother right there.
I should have. I could have.
You could have. He was here.
Well, he wasn't here on this day.
No, he wasn't. But.
And that character, the cop character, was supposed to be my brother Sam. But all this information's out there. Right. So since you guys aren't on the screen yet, we can kind of talk to you about other things. So, Ashley, did you show anyone else this movie?
I did.
Has anybody talked to you about this movie that, you didn't watch it with?
No,
you got any feedback? What's your feedback on this movie?
I always watched it with them. I did give you feedback.
Well, no, what was the feedback you got from people that you watched it with?
Oh, they thought it was just like a project film. But I was like, he really likes filmmaking. It's his thing. He wants to make it big. I was like, so I'm going to support what he does.
That's it? No one else said, oh, that part was cool, or you were good in it? Or
they liked my parts.
Yeah, well, just because they know you. Did they have any comments for anyone else?
I think, I don't know her name. Who played sister? Is that
Oh, yeah, Michaela.
right? They just said that she was a little bit awkward. She made it kind of awkward.
Even saying the word awkward makes situations awkward.
Right?
Well, I'm trying to be subjective, so I will not necessarily comment on something that could be heard.
Right. But, I mean,
Who'd you show?
we're not stars. But I showed...
Right, but if I
Brother?
give you a copy of this,
So I showed
or if
my...
I give her a copy of this,
Right.
and she switches over to the commentary,
Uh-huh.
she'll hear you talking shit.
which I don't mean to. We're not like fucking...
That's basically all that the
professionals.
unmaking of Patriot Zombie was.
I mean,
People talking
like for me,
shit.
what was
For
really...
people that we weren't friends and talking to with anymore, though.
That's very true. I guess. So the bridge was already burned, essentially?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll just burn my end of the
Yeah,
bridge.
it's just like, fuck it, say whatever you want.
That's true.
What? I'm lost.
This movie that we tried to make like 10 years ago,
Oh.
11 years
11
ago.
years ago.
Some people kind of just like fucked us over, and we were halfway done with the movie, so
Oh, no.
we just turned it into a documentary and just did interviews with who we had left,
Oh.
and we're like, say whatever you want.
Fuck it. But it's not that I didn't like anyone here, so that's not the issue.
Someone else said
Except
something.
for Ashley.
Someone else said something about me?
No.
Oh.
You
I was
about
like-
I was talking shit about you.
all
Come
day,
on.
every day.
That's fucked up.
So who did you show this movie to?
So I showed it to my brother, my sister-in-law, my sister-in-law's best friend, my ex-boyfriend, and I still have to show...
Your current boyfriend?
Yes.
Now, when you say ex-boyfriend, who are you talking about?
Do I have to say his name?
Is
No,
it someone I
don't-
know?
No.
Okay.
I only dated him for like
Dated him long enough to show the movie to.
3 months.
Current boyfriend hadn't seen it still. Am I right, Dakota?
Yeah. How
What does
serious
that
is
say?
your current
So it was
boyfriend?
Halloween night.
How serious?
And we were giving out candy, and I was like, we're going to watch this movie.
That was when you told me that you were watching it, right? You sent me a
Theme.
picture or something, or a video.
Yeah, it fit the theme. It was a good time.
That was the first time you watched it?
Was it?
I'm asking.
I don't remember.
It seemed like it was.
Maybe it was.
Like you were sending me like a video of you watching it or whatever, and you were like, look, I'm watching it finally kind of thing.
Maybe.
You didn't say that, but it
maybe
felt
I
like
was
that.
saving it for that night.
For Halloween.
Yeah.
Was
But-
it even available to watch?
Yeah, on YouTube.
I mean, prior to Halloween. How about you, Dakota? Who did you
I don't
show?
remember.
You
Anyone?
can't cut her off. You just asked her a question, and you're going
I
to move
know.
on?
No, she showed
That's
you.
I
rude.
also showed
That's
people at
rude.
work.
Did you?
I did.
You sent them the
I
link, or-
even told them, like, you guys, even prior to showing them my project, your project.
Our
I was
project.
like, you have to give me these days off. I was like, because I'm going to go be an actress in a film.
Oh, so this is back when you were in the movie, when we were still making it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was like, here's my proof that I was in a movie, bitch. They're probably like, she's fucking lying. And I
Like
was
you
"No,
told
bitch."
like a boss or something?
my
Like,
supervisor.
like, hey, I'm making a movie this weekend or whatever.
My supervisor, my lead. I think they didn't believe me at first, but then I showed them the proof.
I mean, come on. How many people
But they're
come up to you
Mexican
and
as
say
fuck.
like, hey, I'm making a movie this weekend. I need the days off.
Was that racist?
What did you say? Mexican people what?
I said they're Mexican as fuck, so I don't know if they watched it or not.
I mean, there are oh, the movie?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's something that you'll find with people. You tell them like you made a movie, and they're like, "What? What do you
porn.
mean?" I mean, that's one of them. That's one of the initial reactions.
I get that pretty often.
But the other
Bro, you shoot
one
pornos
is like,
again?
"What do you mean you made a movie?"
Right.
Like, well, people don't make movies. You know, they're on TV. They're in the movies.
Right.
So people sometimes have hard times really kind of grasping that like everything you do in life has to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's because in my road to being an actress. I'm not that great, but I tried.
I
Tried
got
my
no
best.
desire to be famous.
That means you will be famous.
No,
you
I-
fucker.
I would end up being that guy that like lays out some camera guy in a fucking airport because he wouldn't leave me alone. That would be me, definitely. Like, I'm
Sure,
gonna be
that
real
sounds-
cool for about 10 minutes, and then you follow me to my car, dude. I'm gonna fuck you up.
You just gotta be a one-hit wonder, Dakota. That's it.
Yeah, just lay out the camera, one hit, bam.
So, how about you? Did you show anyone beyond yourself?
Myself. Me.
Did your brother watch it?
Yeah, my brother watches all of our movies. My dad watches all of our movies. My mom watches all of our movies.
Nice.
Has Nicole seen it yet?
No. Nicole.
What?
Nicole doesn't stay up past 9 o'clock at night, dude.
Then put that shit on at 6 a.m.
My kids are up at 5:30.
Oh.
We try and keep it kid friendly.
She doesn't want to see
Go to
it?
bed. She has an inability to stay up. I'm serious, dude.
Well,
9 o'clock,
let's
she is in bed reading a book, asleep in 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I didn't ask whether she saw it or not. She doesn't want to see it?
I don't think she's seen any of them.
No, because she's been to the premieres and such. This would probably be the only ones that she hadn't seen.
Did you have a premiere for this? You didn't?
No, it was fucked up timing and everything else. I mean,
Right.
it premiered in Las Vegas, so
You're right.
I was in Vegas. Where were you guys? Why weren't you guys in Vegas?
I was making money.
I
was a broke bitch.
They always fuck me over with like a Monday, Tuesday screening too.
Yeah.
But I had people there. People came in, and it was kind of fun. And I met another
Like
filmmaker
people
there.
from the cast?
Well, she came.
Who?
Alexis?
Alexis came,
Nice.
and then Paul, who plays the Marine, the vampire hunter at the end, he came too.
Oh, nice.
But I mean, she brought like a shit ton of people. She brought
For
like
real?
an entourage of friends.
Oh, man, Alexis is a shit.
And her mom flew in from Jersey to come see the movie.
Alexis,
Oh, yeah.
if you're hearing this,
And yeah,
I haven't talked to you, but you're the fucking shit.
and she's disappeared since. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, she came in perfect timing to come in and do a movie and then blow out. Like it seemed like that was the kind of person she was, like very nomadic, kind of like I want to go and do things here and there, and everything else like that.
She was really good.
Yeah, and then, but another person that I showed that had like
Some things to say.
like very good things to say. The guy that I was working with at the time, he was like, "Hey man, what always gets brought up when you're working together?" And it's just two guys. Hey,
Small
what are you
talk,
doing tonight?
chit chat.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Yeah.
Oh, making a movie.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
a movie. We're gonna go out and do this. So when he kept asking me like, "When's that movie coming out?" When's that movie
Right.
coming
I
out?"
had
I
a
love
look for my
people like
cat,
that.
too.
And he watched it and he was like, "Yeah, man, it's really cool that you guys did that. Like, how long?" And there was a bunch of follow up questions like, "How long you been doing this?"
I like
and,
this part.
Well, now the movies
Right.
started to kind of commence.
But yeah, he said that the editing feels a little weird. Like
That's what I
that
told
there are like moments where it's like somebody finishes a sentence and then there's like a left on reaction.
Mhm.
Like somebody laughs for too long and then the conversation continues. He was just
Agreed.
saying that like the gaps between everything just felt there were a few scenes where they felt a little like
Didn't flow right.
yeah
Mhm.
and it was because there was like too long of a pause between cutting to the next person.
I wonder where that would be. Know where that would be?
He did say right in the beginning the guy laughing when it's dark and they're talking to each other, the detective and Alexis, and like the detective says something and then laughs and then it's like
I think that's more along the
okay,
lines
now
of...
now we're on to the
I think that's more along the lines of... like, because he came in that day. Never met this guy before.
but again that's something that in the editing process because the next thing that happens is it cuts to Alexis.
But I might have needed something and I didn't have something else that I could have used in place of that. So it might have just kind of been... I was backed into a corner and that's all I had to work with.
No. But yeah, that was his only thing was like it just seemed like that there were some times in the editing where things are like drawn out.
I mean, like, in a perfect world, like, we're all doing nothing for a month. And we can
Yeah.
spend a day on a couple scenes. And we can
Right.
spend a day on rehearsing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And then we can edit and look at it and be like, oh, that sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back and do that tonight.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's only in a perfect world. If we're all, like, getting paychecks to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, Dakota, here's your $5,000. I have you for the next 30 days.
And I'm like, cool.
What do you think my time's worth, bro? Okay.
Well, I mean, that's when it's like, oh, well, $5,000 will cover that 30 days that I don't have to do anything. So, and even then, it's like, oh, Dakota, we don't need you today.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need you the next 5 days.
Right.
But you're still on call.
Vacation.
So, I mean, literally, that's what they say is hurry up and wait with movies. It's like, oh, Dakota, show up in the morning, see you at 6. And then it's like, you're 6 p.m. rolls around, you haven't done anything yet. Sorry, we're still doing setups, we're still doing these guys. And it's like, okay, break for dinner. Like I showed up when you didn't need me. So yeah, here we are with the movie now. It's about ready to get started to where we see some Ashley stuff.
Nice.
Both of you guys were at the read-through, right?
Yes.
My car is going to pop up here.
It will.
The car that you forgot.
I don't know cars.
It's a Carmio.
Jessica and Madison.
She did so good.
You liked working with Madison?
Loved her.
And once again, that's another person I never heard from again.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know if she watched the movie.
She's just a kid.
Right, so. Sure, she's still in high school when we made this, but, like, I talked to her when we were making the movie, like, oh, hey, you know, this is when we need you, blah, blah, blah. And she'd be like, oh, I broke my glasses, so what are we going to do? You know, so I did talk to her while we were making the movie, but then after all was said and done, it was like, hey, here's a link to the movie. I don't know if she I don't know if she watched it. I don't know if her mom watched it or anybody.
Wait, how did you get her again?
So, because I needed someone, right? And so Jessica posted also, like I'll post wherever and Jessica will share it. Mm-hmm. So she knew someone who knew her.
Okay.
So a friend of Jessica's is a friend of like her mom's or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, oh, I know a 16-year-old that would be great, and she looks like Jessica, could be her sister, and that's how it happened.
Dang, girl.
We couldn't afford our own makeup artist to come in and do everyone's makeup.
So that's Ashley, okay? From now on, you doing all the makeup, girl.
You could have edited my face a little bit better. Taking those pimples out, but
shut the fuck up.
Some post editing, some post digital removal.
It's okay.
So this was day one, right?
Yeah.
This was the first day of filming. And we're actually on the other side of that building right there at that church. I think these are separate days, though.
No, this was all in one day.
What, we did Jessica's stuff, too, on the same day?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember having Madison with us.
No. Oh, you're right. Might have been a different day.
So I don't know why we had... Oh, we had Ashley... Or we had Jessica because she was running lines with you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only reason why I had Jessica there. Because then right after this, we shot over to Jessica's house and filmed that stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, if you remember correctly, so where are we at here? We're right across the street from Spanish Springs High School. Mm-hmm. And a church parking lot, a legit
Mormon
church. Is it a Mormon church?
Yeah.
And was this a Sunday? It wasn't a Sunday. Was it a Sunday? It was a Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, yeah.
And once again, you were supposed to get somebody to play this part.
I was.
Cameo number 2.
My friend was supposed to do it, and I forgot why he couldn't do it anymore. He backed out of it, too.
So, like, I'm popping out of your car with my pants down, and people are actually showing up at that church.
Right.
You remember that?
Yep. We're just like, fuck it, let's just get this shit done with, and let's get out of here. They're never going to see us again.
Like, that church started getting packed.
It did. We did it so fast.
It was empty, and then suddenly cars just kept piling in there. Once again, you're not here. Oh, and this is where... Now, Ashley, you were part of this where we had somebody else playing Robert's part there.
Correct.
What was that character's name?
Trevor.
What are your thoughts on...
So that whole ordeal was kind of frustrating because I had to deal with 3 Trevors.
Yeah. No, you had 3 Trevors. Did you work with all 3 people?
I did.
Okay.
So, wait. Well,
no,
I don't know about the first one.
Ian. No, you did work with him because we all went up to...
You're right.
What's it called?
Frenchman's.
Yeah.
What's it called? The place.
I haven't thought of these places in so long. Like, we're recording
What's that character's
this.
Name?
Like,
Trevor.
We're recording this like a year practically
to
the day when we stopped.
I forgot, but I remember.
Babe, oh.
Yeah. No, literally.
Yeah, but
Well, because these are all new characters. It's not Cheese and Boop and Jones. It's all new characters.
It's Trevor, Faith.
Faith,
Steven.
Denise. There's no
Was it
Steven.
Steven?
Steve. Never once referred to as Steven. But it was originally something else before that. Because when we read the script, it was a different name.
Jeff.
Was
Jeff.
it Jeff?
Was it?
No, I don't know. I was
You
just
said
throwing
the
out
line.
Jeff.
You're like, is so-and-so okay with that? Or is he going? And she's like, you mean Steve, right? And you're like, yeah, Steve, what did I say? And she said, you said...
Oh, is it in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, then I don't know.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, it's Steve, but you said... Is it Jeff?
It's her ex-boyfriend's name.
Yeah, something like
Right?
that, yeah.
She said, don't fucking say that.
don't go fucking saying my ex-boyfriend's name to fucking try
I'm
or
gonna
to
get
Steve.
my ass beat.
What's all that bad animosity about ex-boyfriend, girlfriend thing? You can't talk about them or say their name or...
Yeah, I think that's so childish.
Well, no, that's...
You just did it earlier! That's why I'm asking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
I
but
don't
like...
care.
Not because I have like any animosity towards him.
It's just, meanwhile, he goes when we're trying to answer his
Speaking
question.
of exes...
Yeah, is that your ex on the phone?
We're like... Are you sure, Dakota? I'm just kidding.
So, well, we'll finish that conversation when he comes back.
Right.
So you weren't here for this. You're not in this scene because obviously you were at church. You show up in the next scene.
Right.
no, your son probably...
But I don't know. What do you got to say about this stuff right here? You're not in any of this stuff. So let's talk about you being in the movie, since you'd only done one movie before.
It was a fun time. I honestly didn't think I was going to have as much fun as I did.
And this was
But
quick too. Like
it was fast. It really was.
like the other movies, like the one movie that fucking failed that Dakota and I were talking about. We spent like the entire summer trying to make that fucking
Really?
thing for it to end up being nothing.
Yeah, you
Like-
really
you would
sound
only-
pretty
Like
fast.
every Friday and
Real quick.
Saturday night.
Real quick, with that, you have gotten much better about organizing all of these things and all of the moving parts, and like that big whiteboard that you have now for the last like 3 or 4 movies, that helps so much. So that like the people who are here are the people that we need for the stuff we're doing tonight.
Right.
And dude, yeah, the first time it was like show up and then everybody starts like going off and drinking, and I'm like,
It was just a good time.
It was.
It
Good
was
time, no
a
business.
no,
mess.
it was a mess, dude. Like,
And if you
you're
watch that movie,
trying to
Dakota
get anything
Dakota
done-
says in his interview, like, what is? We thought everything was going to be cool, but that obviously wasn't the case. Or like, this is a prime example of what not to do. Like he
Right.
says something in that movie of exactly what the problem was.
Yeah, it was like, but again, it wouldn't be a big deal if the people knew, like, I got to be on tonight. Like, this is what we're doing. It's like you just like everybody who's making this movie show up and like we'll
That's
get
exactly
people
what it was.
working.
That's
and then
exactly like. Can
the
you
people
come
who
over
are sitting
Friday? Can you
down
come
doing
over? Yeah.
nothing.
Absolutely. And then we just look at the script and be like, who do we have? And it's like, oh, well, the other person's not here. We'll just shoot your lines.
Right.
It's kind of like what we did in this one.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're back into this.
Back to one of my scenes.
Filmed in my bedroom, you and Jessica. There's Madison.
Your bed is super tall. Too short for that shit.
It's super fucking tall. Do you remember? So you came over to Jessica's place to film, right? We all met at Jessica's place
Yes.
before heading out over here, and that's when you first met, like, Alexis, right?
Yeah.
And you guys were strangers, basically strangers with everyone.
Yeah.
This was one of those fucking days where, like, Ian and Jessica got into a fight, like, right before everyone showed up,
Right.
which was, like, every time that we went to film and Ian was involved. Like, they were getting in fights all the time.
But was it
So what was that like?
Was it their personal affairs, or was it because Ian just didn't want to do this?
I think it's because Ian didn't want to do this. He didn't want to do it until we got started, and then he got into it.
Oh, okay.
Right? He got into it and
And
was
he got
like,
out of it.
yeah, and then he got out of it again when it came to the next time to do it.
Oh, weird.
They just had a kid, right?
Yeah.
They had just had
They had just had a
daughter.
kid. Right.
right before this.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Like January.
Dude, the hardest year of my entire relationship was the first year my daughter was born. Like, I thought that we were going to get divorced at every turn, every little... Because think about it. Your time to, like, okay, I have a problem. And now we're going to sit down and we're going to go over this. And you got however long you guys could both sit in a room and have a conversation about one subject. You got that long. Now, you go where, like, I have a problem, and the other person looks at me, you got 3 minutes, and we're going to figure this out right now. And I got no time. My patience is at 0. I've been listening to a baby scream for the last 3 hours.
This is you saying all this.
This is, both of us came from that point.
Well,
before,
I can't
we had
speak
every
for
moment
their
of every day.
relationship, but I feel like that might have been one-sided.
To who?
For each,
I don't want to go into that.
But again,
on this.
Right, okay.
But again-
okay.
But again, I just think that, like, I know that when Calvin came around, he started doing the same stuff. He's a year and a half, almost 2 years now, and it's like, oh yeah, Morgan was doing this stuff last year. Like, he's at this thing where he just whines.
Well, this isn't Jessica's
hours,
first kid, and it's
tripping.
definitely not Ian's first kid.
Right.
But it might be the first one that he's involved in.
Potentially.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
once again, I would
Totally.
love to get into this.
Totally. I was just wanting to shed some light in those fights, like, from my experience and the people that I talk to, that, like, hey, this is going on and she's driving me nuts and I don't know what to do. The guy Steve that I worked with was like, hey man, it happens to everybody. Talk to anybody who's had kids. Year 1 is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Tough.
Thanks, Dakota. I don't want to have a child anymore.
Do it. No, it's great. You learn
Just
so
kidding.
much. You learn so much about yourself, and you learn that, like, problems that used to be big deals are, like, really not. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it just kind of puts everything into perspective. But that learning curve, if you don't have somebody who's, like, patient and willing to go through it with you and, like, be cool, and you willing to do the same in return, it gets real difficult. That's all I'm saying.
Meanwhile, the movie's going on. We're supposed to be talking.
Yes, sorry. No. We
I'm
were
sure
talking
this
about
is
the
a great
movie.
commentary.
You were talking about the movie.
Real quick, I want to jump back into what we were saying about the relationship thing. Like, where if you're in a relationship with somebody and you accidentally say the ex's name,
Right.
Yeah, don't trip.
you say that because you'd probably not trip.
I don't trip at all.
But, like, if you said, like, an ex's name,
To Nicole?
yeah.
She, like... Dude, we celebrated 10 years yesterday.
So if you accidentally said somebody
first of all,
else's name.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I made it. I
So-
survived. I'm
So
still
if you
here.
accidentally said an ex's name to her,
On your 10th
randomly.
anniversary.
Now, not a big deal at all.
she
When we first-
wouldn't,
when
like,
we first started dating, yeah, they're like, well, what
that wouldn't be a click or something.
No, dude, she used to... Again, that was the whole conversation. Like, jealousy's about you. It's not about
Right.
me.
I agree.
That's about you and your insecurities and your inability to deal with the fact that I had a life before you. And I
Right.
dated people before you.
Right.
And all of these things...
And that was my point in that scene where she's like, oh, but she does say, like, just don't say that in front of him, right?
Right.
But she does go on to say, but no, he's cool though, and he is cool.
Wait,
Steve's
wait,
cool.
Wait. So, in the movie, the characters are exes, but they're going camping together?
No. I was like telling her, oh, are you going to bring so-and-so? And she's like, who did you say? And I was like, oh, I said Steve. And then Jessica's character told me, like, oh, don't say that.
Well, no, don't say. She didn't say Steve. She said whatever the ex's name was.
Jeff.
Jeff.
There you go,
It's
Jeff.
Jeff or something. It might be Jeff.
It's
Someone's
Jeff-ish.
fucking
So I mean, I thought it was funny when we did the script read through, and I had like changed the character's name.
You're right. I had fucked up the first time, and you added that in.
No, I fucked up, and I thought it was fun. Like, I fucked up, and then we were like, why does it say that when it's Steve?
You're right.
So I thought that was funny, so I adjusted the script to reflect that because I thought it was funny.
Right.
And I also do like to comment on the way people can be sometimes. Sometimes people are cool, but even the coolest person, sometimes you think that you're super cool about something and like, oh no, that won't bother me. But then you just get hit on an off day and it bothers you.
Maybe it's just
That never happens to either of you, where like you're super cool guy or whatever, chick, and then...
Maybe when I'm menstruating, don't fucking say another bitch's name. I'll cut you. No, I'm just kidding.
or like...
But I mean, I agree with Dakota. You have a life before them.
Absolutely. And I think that's what I say, right? Yeah, no, because you say, Steve knows you dated other guys before him.
You did
That's
say
the
that.
line. That's the line.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's an important thing for people who aren't cool to realize
Be cool.
and kind of get over
if you're
that
not
hump.
cool, be cool.
Right, it's like, well, I mean, I'm on my second marriage, right? So, like, it's not a thing. And she's on her third. You aren't on your third.
No.
But my current wife is on her third. I'm her
Okay.
third husband. She's my second wife. So it's like,
Life goes
you've
on.
lived a whole life. Like, what, you're supposed to stop shopping at Walmart because that's what you did with your last wife? You're supposed to
Right.
stop going to the movies. You can't watch your favorite movie anymore. You can't
Right.
listen to this music because that was whatever. Like,
I found a band that you would be super into. Sorry, sidetrack.
so that's what that was all about. It was like, come on, people, like, let's not be ignorant about the situation. And she says it like, Steve knows that you dated other guys before him.
I'm cool.
It's not like you become a virgin automatically after you stop banging the last dude or chick that you were banging.
Right.
Well,
Right.
you better.
Better fucking sew that shit up.
Tight and right.
So we're back.
Another scene of mine. Hair and makeup done by me.
And this is-
I'm just kidding.
So
No, I'm
When you
just
say
kidding.
that, you gotta like do the hair flip. Like, yeah.
Dakota's first day of filming, I believe it was your first day of filming, we were over here doing his makeup. I was doing Dakota's makeup. Dakota's makeup done by me.
Right, your sister was supposed to do that, right?
Shania?
Well, no,
Yeah.
the night of, I did my makeup.
Dang.
No, the
You
first
should've
time
told
that we
me,
did it.
Dakota.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, the first time, like, we did the trial run, figuring out what we wanted to do for
And then
the
I bought a
makeup.
mask.
The mask, but with the makeup, with the mask,
Man.
like, everything down
Dakota,
here. And
you-
Well, we worked on it
was
together
like-
then.
I did
We worked on it together.
it!
You had to paint more. You
Why?
had to, like, dip your head in white.
In gray.
I'm white
Right.
enough.
Um,
Let's,
Well-
But
let's
anyway,
recognize
now that
real
we're
here.
past that scene, but Dakota was over here and I had that scene playing. And it's you two fucking talking dirty about like dicks and vaginas and shit like that.
There was a scene on this?
Yeah, where you're like, all I want is dick.
Oh, yeah, you're right. To Jess.
Yeah, whatever it is that you're saying about wanting to get laid. And Dakota's like, me and my friends don't even talk like that.
I think girls are different. Girls like talking about dick.
I like to
and dick
swap the role.
experiences. It's relatable. Girls like to know these kinks sometimes. Guys,
Well, I
I feel
mean,
like
My
are
wife
different.
talks about it, and I'm like, yeah,
No?
I don't need to know that
Well,
your friends know.
Like,
I wrote-
my sister.
Well, I wrote Faith based on you, and like,
Thanks.
well, because New Year's Eve, when I came up with the idea of
That's
the movie,
typecasting.
and it's not typecasting, unless you do it more than once, like 5 times. And like the big joke was like we were playing. What was the game that we were playing? The meme game. What do you meme?
What
Was
do
it
you
that?
mean?
We were also playing a different game. Wasn't it called something?
Cards
that
Against
was-
Humanity.
No.
Oh no, yeah, no. The knock the vampire game that I based
Right.
the whole idea came from.
Right.
But no, like the whole joke, like with you blowing dudes in the parking lot.
Then we were playing.
It was
what do
like-
you mean the Rick and Morty.
Right, it was
version.
like an answer on that. What do you meme?
Yeah.
And like you're always making these jokes and shit. And so I put that into the script. Like obviously it's not you, but it's
But
your
it
sense of
could be
humor.
me.
It's your sense of humor.
It's you.
Right.
Look how much that gas is. It's like $5
Bucks.
almost.
Right.
So fucked up.
Was this movie made in the future?
We're almost there.
I-
I want to say my butt looked great.
I love scenes where people walk up and shit's going on and you can't hear what's going on, but you see like maybe a fight break out, people screaming, yelling, and running away, and they come up and they're like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like people are talking in the car, they're laughing it up and shit like that. Everyone's ready to get there. And suddenly some whole shit went down by the time you show up, which is kind of what happened with this movie. Like we went to go film with Ian and some whole shit went down.
Oh.
And then, like, the next day, the cast, you guys... Because you were there the first day, too, with Dakota. That's right.
At the lake?
No, here.
Here?
Yeah. Because you're in every scene Dakota's in, basically.
No.
No. Yeah, you and me were here doing the makeup, waiting for you to show up. And you showed up, and I was like, hey, we lost Ian, but Alex is coming over. He's playing Ian's part.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh. Yes, I remember.
And I think we were waiting for Jesse, too.
Whoa,
Yeah.
wait. and you're Ashley.
No, I'm Jess.
Oh, shit!
That's me driving the car because Ashley can't drive a stick shift.
Fuck that. I'm sorry.
Are you serious, dude?
I'm sorry.
I don't have that car anymore. I got that car to Sam.
Okay.
That is
but-
going to be
But you
the
taught.
thing for my kids is like, yeah, here's your first car. I paid for it. But it's a fucking stick.
Nice.
You will learn how to drive a stick.
Yeah, but
that's what happened to
in
me.
15 years, are they even going to have stick shift cars?
I will buy one.
You'll build one, more likely.
But you taught Genesis how to drive stick. You didn't teach me how to drive stick.
Well,
Favorite
she
friend?
thought she was getting one. She's like, oh, hey, I'm getting a car. And I only did it the one time.
That's fake.
What's fake?
I could have gotten a stick shift
Well, if
car.
you would have told me, but I mean, you were dating Luis.
He could have taught me. He did try to teach me. I got it.
From what it's
I got it for
the
like
way
5
Genesis
minutes.
made it sound is that no one knew how to teach her but me because people need to get over themselves when they're teaching something. You need to get over the fact that you know how to do something to teach somebody to do it.
No.
Oh.
No. Wrong. Terrible. Wrong.
No, but
You're wrong.
it's true.
You're wrong.
Well, no, it's because
Here's what it is.
beyond
There
stick.
are some people who can't be taught by certain people. The dynamic of my wife and I's relationship, I cannot teach her how to do anything. Because when I make a correction, like, hey, the whole snowboarding thing, I took her up trying to teach her snowboarding, one of the biggest fights we've ever had. And it was because you did this, and that's why that happened. Like, just make sure that doesn't happen. I didn't do that. Nah. And then my buddy Harold
Well, both people need to
literally
have
goes
open
out
minds.
and takes her, shows her the exact same thing. She's good. And he makes corrections, says literally the exact same thing. Like, hey, you touched your front edge, so that edge will catch. Whatever edge is downhill, just don't let that touch the ground. And she's like, okay.
You're like,
I'm
what
out.
the fuck?
Later.
Alright, so we're entering Act 2 right now. We're done with Act 1. We're up at Frenchman's.
They're camping.
They are camping. There's Ashley. I love that the hand goes out, and we got that on the other side, too. I'm really glad that you stuck with continuity that I might not have saw.
You're welcome.
Because I'm dealing with like 10 people here. The
Right.
sun's going down. I've got the script. We're running lines. Like, come on. But I love that you've made it so that I can fucking edit this movie. You'd be surprised how many times, like Patrick, he would change lines every take,
Oh.
and like trying to edit takes together didn't work because he just made shit up every single one. Hands are all over the place. But you see in big budget movies all the time that cuts don't work together.
Yeah.
And I fucking bust my ass to make sure that they all work as much as possible. We got a couple of different nights here. Obviously, that's a different night than the other stuff. And like, that's Ian's arm. And there's Robert. Yes.
Don't they achieve like the night look? They film during the day and typically use like a filter so that your light is consistent.
Sure, day for night.
Would that be something that would work?
I mean,
Because then we're not limited to... Because like
Yeah,
only
trying to film
sometimes.
This was
trying
really
to film
tough.
stuff late at night and at dusk, you have like a very, very tight window
No,
where the lighting
right.
is... Because the lighting is changing so rapidly.
That was tough.
But I really needed the night stuff for night. So unless we were going to get together at like noon and try and film stuff, and I would need to make sure that I could edit it and make it look like night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what the filter's for, man.
I mean, when you guys
But-
edit a movie...
No. That's why it was phrased as a question, because it was genuinely a question.
Agreed.
It was
Honest-
not,
like,
I was not
edit-
trying to
no,
impose
editing-
any imaginary expertise that I have.
Like, I personally don't think that I would be able to film during the day and make it look like night. But we had been filming all afternoon long, and we were just fighting the sun to get it all out so that we don't just trip that over into another day.
Yeah.
We had timing issues up and down. Like, she was done after a certain point, and maybe you were not available at a certain point. You actually might have been fine. But Casey, I think, was like, hey, I got 1 week, and then I'm going to be gone for a month, or I'm busy for a month. So, like, certain people I had.
Right.
But
You need...
I needed the Like, I had half the people that I could use and half that I couldn't. And then, like, but I needed those people together for those last few scenes. So I lost Jessica for this stuff. She was in all these scenes. But then she's not.
Damn it, Jessica. She's supposed to be my buddy in this.
Get it together.
I mean, for all the things that went wrong with this movie, it's actually...
A good movie.
I like it. It's very enjoyable. It's fun to watch.
It's fun to make. Super fun to make.
I mean, it'd be even more fun to make if we didn't have to film like until midnight in the fucking...
That was the toughest part. Is filming at midnight in the middle of fucking nowhere. With 3 different guys. I was like, fuck, my face has to go in somewhat of their crotch area.
Did it?
3 different times.
When?
When I had to get down to make it look like I was giving some.
You only did that to one person though, right?
I think I... Well, I don't
Wasn't
know if I tried
Ian.
it with Ian.
You didn't get that far with Ian.
I think I got that far with Alex.
I think you almost got that far with Alex.
No, because we were in the car.
You were in the car, but I don't think we got to the part where it looked like you guys
We're
like
doing
dropped.
something?
Yes.
I think we did though.
No,
Because we got
I
to
think...
the point where it looked like we were making out.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Or maybe that was
I just
outside.
remember Robert.
No, maybe that was outside when he was just like grab me and stuff.
Yeah, no,
When
that
I
was all there.
tripped, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We did all that together. Dakota was there for that. Dakota and Jesse, and
Yes.
you and Alex.
Right.
You guys aren't in these scenes. So, Dakota, what was it like playing ugly in this movie?
I don't know. I had a good time. It's
didn't
kind
have
of
any
cool, like
lines.
not having any lines. It's challenging.
How was the
Because I have
costume?
a tendency to want to talk a lot. So. But the costume, I did like that we ended up integrating the mask into all of it because it made it more easily replicatable. It was relatively simple, like makeup around the mouth and then eyes, and then everything else was relatively consistent.
It's kind of what they do anyway. So, like, it legitimately, like, if we had all the time in the world, we would have taken a mold of your face.
Yeah, and then built like a prosthetic around it.
Yeah, built like a mannequin head of you.
Yeah.
And then someone would go to work and build a prosthetic. So instead of building a prosthetic that fit your face, we just bought essentially a use-all mask that was kind of like your prosthetic. And you're about ready to pop
I'm
up here
sorry
for the
that the
first time.
contacts didn't work out. Put these in like for 10 minutes. Ah! I can't wait. Shit!
Can't wear contacts, Dakota.
Dude, I can't, and I wish that I could. It would make it really nice if I could.
Do you wear
Especially with
contacts,
these
actually?
goddamn masks that we gotta wear now.
I do.
It ends up fogging my glasses every time I breathe.
Oh, the
Did
face
you
mask.
I gotta
wear
get 'em.
glasses with the mask?
I
No,
have
he's
to wear
talking
glasses.
about now, COVID. Wearing
not
the
this
face
mask. Yeah.
I was like, you were wearing a mask.
Yeah, like over my mask.
Put a timestamp on this commentary. It is July 10th, 2020, and we're still dealing with the COVID-19 whatever.
Bullshit.
None of us are wearing
Bullshit.
masks right now.
Oh, god damn it. Get away from me, Matt.
We're
So
highly...
And you're inside 6 feet, too. Get going.
You know
You
what?
look comfortable, but I don't care.
I hope we're all safe here. And
we are. No one's been sick here. I mean, I took a COVID test. I had to for my surgery, so
Right. You came out negative schmegative.
I'm assuming they didn't say one way or
You
the
know,
other.
I honestly feel like I had it last year.
Mhm.
I want to say
Like at the last November, December, you were sick.
it
December.
said from September to whenever the fuck.
December.
But I was dying sick in September. Like, I was out of work for at least 2 weeks because I had fevers, I had chills, my fucking throat was killing me, my voice fucking left, I was stuffy, I had the worst sickness of my fucking life. I couldn't taste shit. That's when I was like, shit, I might have had COVID already. Because I had never been so sick in my entire life before. Ever. And it spread like this in my family. But,
Oh, all of them got it. You gave it to
but
everybody.
I I feel like my nephew gave it to me. For whoever gave it to my nephew.
You were saying
But
that this ended
it's
up
tough.
being too light. I'm sorry.
So there's you,
I feel
Dakota.
like they could have been darker.
Your stuff right here. You are super dark,
Yes.
but then this stuff right here.
It's too
Oh,
light.
This
That's
is
what
us
we're
trying to
talking
make
about.
it nighttime. So you guys talking about filming during the day. This is us trying to make this match with Dakota's dark scenes. But the sky's still black or white. So it's darker than it actually is, but it's not dark enough without losing her, without losing definition.
And then note to self, I
Well,
would
why
have
would
done
you
white
have
over the
her
hands.
wear black?
Should have wore gloves. We should have had you in some like white gloves.
Or not white gloves, even if they were just like black leather gloves.
Well, no, some kind of like white, like
Satin gloves.
yeah, like like very kind of like prim and proper. I mean, you're going for like a Victorian, like you could see the line of the mask right there, and your hair coming out the back.
That's why I needed him to be more gray or white.
Like, just I didn't even think to do the neck because you've got the thing going.
The collar.
Yeah, he's got the big coat.
And I tried to keep my shoulders up as much
So
as
only
possible.
when your head turns
Right.
do we see it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
one more close up, I think, and that might have been the one, but like we have light here. Does that look like we're shining light on now?
Yes.
It
Of course it does.
looks like car headlights, but it's not.
But I mean, who was it? Was it meant to be someone's flashlight or?
The moonlight.
That's not a fucking
That's those
moonlight.
halogen lights, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you should have put them up in the trees.
All right, so here we are, back with Ashley and Robert. Like, this is great lighting. The blue sky like this. This is fucking fantastic. I love the blue sky like this. Like right there. That looks fake. But that's real.
That's Nevada. California, sorry.
We are in California, aren't we? So what was this like? Did you have fun filming this?
It was tough.
When he pulled you, did he accidentally like grab your boob there?
I don't remember.
In one of those takes? I think he did. And he was like, oh, sorry. And you're like, oh, it's okay. You don't remember anything? I asked you if you remember filming this movie. You said yes.
I mean, yeah, but I don't remember
Get
that.
out of here. You couldn't even remember the characters' names. I don't want to hear it.
True.
Oh, well.
But
And
this
you-
is tough. Remember you guys were trying to teach me how to shoot a gun because I didn't know how?
Were we?
Yeah.
Like Greg? Oh, because
I couldn't do the recoil.
the recoil. No.
Recoil
Yeah,
was
no,
kind
no.
of teaching.
That was a different day. UPS.
Hello,
Ooh,
UPS.
he's showing
That
off
was
his nice
creepy.
package.
That was weird. I was like,
Right.
what the fuck?
Probably more
It's a
pop.
special package for you.
We got a UPS guy now in our fucking commentary because you can hear him knocking on the door.
Hi, UPS guy.
No, I remember now because we were trying to teach her how to do the recoil thing, and I brought up the thing that Mike did when he was hitting the gun.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
To take
I
us
can't
back
do
to an
it.
older filming day, but not here. And here you worked with Greg, and not Casey as the cameraman. The one and only time Greg was there.
Right. Greg was the shit, though. I loved Greg and Casey. They were awesome.
You love the camera guys.
Yeah. They
What
were
did you
fucking
teach him?
Greg
You taught him
is
some
so
Spanish
awesome.
or something, right?
Who, Greg or Casey?
Casey, you
And
taught him to
Casey's
say
awesome.
something in Spanish.
I don't know.
You taught him to say something in
Yeah,
Spanish.
I was teaching him how to say something. Sume la panza.
And what's that?
To suck in your tummy. Because I
Oh.
have that habit of just sticking out of my gut.
And so you told him to tell you whenever.
So when I would see the footage on the camera, I'd be like, Casey, I look too fat. Like, you need to tell me, like, suck it in. You know? So I was trying to teach him how to say that.
Yeah, no,
He was awesome.
Casey and Greg are both very nice guys and very fun to have as cameramen. Which camera guy did you like better, Ashley? Ooh.
Don't make
I
her do
can't.
that. No.
I loved both of them.
They're
They
both
were
awesome.
Yeah. They were both different kinds of fun, you know, but they were great.
I mean, Casey's great, but I don't think he has the eye that Greg has for setups.
No, yeah, and I think Greg has like more finite expertise in
And he brought
movie
like his
making, and where Casey makes music and Like he's just got a whole
That
different
was
skill
tough.
set that goes along with
Sorry, I hate drinking beer, and that was so tough for me.
that. You don't like beer?
One thing that was really worrying me about this film was how many times I changed my nails. I don't know if anyone noticed. I had blue
Now I'm
nails.
going to.
I had blue nails, gold nails.
For those of you
nudish
playing the
nails.
drinking game at home, if you see Ashley's nails change, take a shot.
Yep. And
Take a
how
shot, chug
many
a beer.
times- I don't know how many times it changed, but it changed. I think it changed like 3 times, actually.
Did it?
Yeah, I want to say.
So here's where you bring him down to like bang or whatever.
Oh, maybe I wasn't going to put my face in his crotch. Maybe that's...
I don't think that's in the script though. I think you're just putting shit in that you wanted to be in there, Ashley.
Right.
You're like, who do I get to blow in this
Maybe
movie?
it was just a joke. Wasn't it a joke?
It was all a joke. And then there's Dakota ripping a head off. How was that?
That was fun.
It was a one-time thing.
It was a one
Yeah.
and done.
I really like having Corey around.
Corey wasn't around for this.
Yeah.
Didn't he do
was-
the head?
No. Shania
Shania
did
did
the
it.
head. And then I had to fix it because she cut it the wrong way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she cut it vertically,
Vertically.
and
I
I
think
needed it horizontal.
Dakota wants to add things in this movie. That he
Yes.
wants to.
I loved Corey in this movie.
No.
No, because
Corey does a lot of the practical effects for a lot of
he
the
does,
movies.
but like
Oh,
right
okay.
before I got started on this, I'm like, dude, this is the one. Let's do this. Let's get it going. And he's like, I can't.
Well, they were getting ready to have
No,
another baby.
that was in October. So they'd had it, but he was just like, no, I can't just be part of a movie that no one's really committed to do,
Yeah.
and everything else like that.
It
So
would be great to film
what's that?
the ghost stick one.
That would be fun.
I would love to do that fucking movie. That would be fucking hilarious.
So this is my hands right here. Were you there when I filmed that, or did I film that separately?
No, you filmed that after.
Was that supposed to be Dakota's hand?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My hair
if
looks
you
great.
look, you can tell that they're just slightly less masculine, but
My
you know,
yeah, okay.
to the untrained eye.
Pussy boy. I think the dialogue in this scene is fucking amazing. Like it needs could be a little snappier, Ashley, but
You wanted me to be a bigger bitch? You should have caught
Like-
me on my period days. I'm just kidding.
no, I didn't need you to be a bigger bitch. It's just like
You did tell me to throw in more attitude.
it's
And
just it's.
But I've never done this before. So you had to give
It's-
me some props.
I think the problem is it's more kind of like lines that you need to see like in a play or something where you kind of get both people talking, but instead it cuts away from you to him.
Right, exactly.
And so you kind of lose a little bit of that comedic timing where he's like, oh, he wants me to come. And you're like, he's not the only one. Like, I think that needs to be kind of like a block.
And I didn't rehearse with him either. I feel like if we would have gotten more comfortable with each other, it probably would have been a whole lot better.
And once again, Robert was a last minute replacement.
Right.
Like, the second half of making this movie kind of really sucked because it was like we're trying to sprint across the finish line.
Right,
Like, you know, like, oh, we had a nice little pace going, and then shit hit the fan,
right.
and suddenly
So
now
we got to push, get this done.
that's Alex.
So Alex still ended up being in this movie.
And he's the one that pulls the beers out of the cooler, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I did not know that. Did you credit him in this?
No.
That's
You don't see his
so-
face.
That's fucked
You don't
up.
see his face.
See his arms?
See his arms, see
Coulda
Ian's
said-
arms.
You could have said stunts by.
No,
Or-
body doubles.
Yeah.
Body
there you
doubles.
go. True, true.
And you put your feet up on here. Casey's like, I hate it when fucking people do that shit. That's why I put that in there. It's such an obnoxious thing
I
for
have
people to
lost
do.
it multiple times on Nicole. Of like,
She does
my
that?
dashboard is not for your grubby feet. Get off the fucking dashboard. Yeah. I'm driving out somewhere and I look over and she's like this, playing on her phone with her feet on the dashboard. Like, what? I took my shoes off. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
There's the head. Was that head scary or what?
No.
Once again, the head stuff, a different day than this stuff with Ashley and Dakota, with you two guys. Cool shoes, Dakota. I don't know.
Still got him.
Your ages
My
old vampires
brother
wearing
was
like
like-
sneakers.
He's like, what are you trying to do? And I was like, I'm trying to get away. He's like, that's how you try to get away? I was like, I'm working with what I got, buddy.
Well, if you
Oh.
read the script, the battery is dead.
True.
So the idea is that you're hitting the
You
horn.
You should have put a noise in of a battery.
It could have
being
used a
dead.
little bit more noise, and like you're like honking the horn. Because I remember the first time that I killed a car
Mhm.
that I was in. Like I was waiting for somebody, like my ex-wife. I was waiting for her to get off work, and I'm just sitting in the car like reading or something like that for
Right.
like hours. But I had my foot on the brake pedal,
Okay.
so
The brake lights were
the brake lights were
Yeah.
on, and it killed it. So like I hit the horn like accidentally or something, and it made like a really stunted noise.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh fuck. So that's why in the script I wrote that you're trying to honk the horn
Mhm.
to like maybe get someone's attention. Maybe your friends are nearby,
Oh.
but it's not making a horn noise. It's like,
Oh.
So that's
I didn't know
why.
that's something that would happen.
So that's what that is. And then you're trying to grab a weapon.
And then fucking Dakota gets to me.
But of course,
Whoa.
like that was at the end. Like that was like, oh, it's midnight, guys. Let's hurry up and get this done so we can get out of here. We still got to drive 45 minutes back into town or whatever.
Right.
Do you guys have any questions about the movie that you could ask me that I could maybe answer?
Why?
Why not?
How was your experience with this movie, Matt? I know it was great and all,
It
but
could have been better, but it wasn't terrible. So, how did you feel working with 3 different dudes?
that was tough.
Was it tough?
It was.
Like, in what way?
It's just because, like, okay, like with
Well, we
Ian-
all got along with Ian.
Right.
Like, we did the couple
We got-
podcasts.
Right. We did
Parties. Yep.
We even went to his house to do a reading,
Mhm.
and
Oh, yeah,
the
we
vibe-
did some
the vibe was
some rehearsing,
good,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
then with Alex, it was a little bit weird, just because he was Genesis' ex-boyfriend. I'm like,
I don't know why that matters.
It's just, I don't know. At that point, I wasn't even talking to her anymore, but I think it's just like a girl.
Are you
code.
still not talking to her?
No.
Oh, you are talking to her?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not talking to her.
No, I'm
Haven't
still
talked to her in
not.
years.
It's been like, I want to say like 2 years.
2 years?
I want to say. Yeah.
You guys were
But-
like
Butt
fucking.
buddies. Yeah, we were. But I'm not going to get into that.
Okay.
But that's why I
This
thought
commentary
it
is
was
getting personal.
Right, it's getting too personal. But I don't know. I don't know why I just thought
Do you kiss anybody in this?
no. I almost did.
Who'd you almost kiss? Robert?
That was.
But you
the
didn't have
almost.
to. I know I write these
You
things.
told me that I didn't have to if I didn't feel comfortable.
Right.
which
And that's how it
was
should
fine.
be.
And then with Ian, I was like, well, I can't fucking do that either because it's Jessica's boyfriend.
She probably would have
at,
been down though.
At the end of the day, like you just gotta realize it's just acting.
It's just acting.
Just-
like
there's nothing involved.
if I didn't cast you, if I casted somebody new, like I did Alexis,
Hmm.
and same with the Trevor character, if it would have been somebody like completely new, I probably would have just had them kiss.
Yeah.
But like, since you're my friend, and I'm like, oh well, she doesn't know this guy. Maybe she doesn't want to kiss him.
Right.
You guys can fake it.
Right.
Like it happens off screen, and like I'm not super into like I don't need that stuff in my movies. Like people don't need to be uncomfortable in my movies.
Right.
It's not like this is some romantic comedy. It's not like it's some romantic comedy where like there's a couple and they kiss when they see each other. You know, like obviously she doesn't kiss Jesse,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, well,
That would have started a fight.
would have been weird, wouldn't it have been?
I feel like Ian would have lost his shit.
Do you think so?
I think so. I think that would have been the.
Like they hug. They have like a brother-sister hug when she shows up to the house.
Right.
Like she gets out of the car and they're like, "Oh."
I don't know. I guess that would be more better for your movies if you just casted people you didn't know because you don't care about their feelings. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, so you didn't want to kiss Robert.
No.
What about Alex?
Oh,
No.
hell.
No, you didn't want to
None
kiss
of them.
Alex
I
either.
don't want to kiss none of them.
Didn't want to kiss anybody.
Maybe like
Not your style.
yeah. No.
Maybe this guy with cool hairdo.
Yeah.
You would have kissed him. Okay, so potentially, if it was the right person,
Maybe.
you would have kissed them.
Maybe.
So
But,
some other stranger.
Like, fucking, what's his name? Jesse wanted to kiss Alexis half the time in this fucking movie.
Oh, no, because he tried to hook up with her.
Right.
I don't think he ever did, though.
I don't think they ever did either. But there's that attraction, you know?
I mean, they got
Yeah.
close. Like, I think she was entertaining the idea of hanging out with this dude, but I don't think they got enough time.
Right.
Especially when they were together when Ian blew his shit and was yelling and screaming and threatening all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I
that
wasn't
kind
here
of...
that age, so.
I think that kind of fucked everything up for those two.
Oh. Damn. That sucks.
Really weird and awkward. You haven't said anything in a while, Dakota.
He's just taking all the drama.
You weren't in any of these scenes.
I wasn't
How many
in-
days did you work? Like 3 days?
One here, one up at Frenchman's, and then one for the...
One forest,
And-
the wedding scene.
And then.
Oh, no, so 4 days.
So the wedding scene.
Wedding scene, forest, here, and then...
The one when I filmed you right in front of the door.
no, the 4th day was the end of the movie.
Oh, the boop scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the day where you were standing right there and I filmed you.
That was the same day as the wedding.
No, that was the same day as the boop scene.
Yes.
Yes, same day as the boop scene.
Yes, because we had to film the boop stuff before I put
So
the
only
makeup on.
3 days. When we were here, that was the forest day.
We didn't film anything that day. We came out and did the forest thing another day. You wanted to do a test run of the makeup.
No, we did that at your house.
Then that's the fourth.
And that doesn't count because we didn't film anything.
No,
was
that
the
does
hangout.
count.
That was
I
a
worked.
hangout day.
I was working.
How many days did you film?
I was working.
3.
You would have paid me had I been a paid actor. 4th.
Potentially. How many days did you work?
A couple. There was one time I was here and you didn't even need me either.
Really?
I think.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
No, there was a time where I didn't film shit. I was like,
There was your first day. Then there's your second day where we were over there and over here.
Real quick. Is this the girl that your coworker was saying was awkward?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not my coworker, my sister-in-law.
Oh, okay.
You're the one that had a coworker. Did you have coworkers to watch the movie?
I showed them the video.
Okay.
You know what I did show around a lot though was the bloopers. Those were hilarious. Those
Bloopers
fucking
are
cracked
always
me up.
fun.
But yeah, wasn't she like a last minute thing too?
She
Ish.
wasn't last minute, but I was having a hard time getting somebody to fill that role. Like I got a lot of
right.
like,
This was supposed to be Genesis.
yes, it was.
Genesis role.
So it was right up front where I had to replace rather than last minute when we had already been filming.
Right.
And it's such an awesome scene too. This is one of those snappy dialogue scenes. It's really, really funny. I love this scene. Fuck you, Dakota.
For what?
No, I'm just kidding. Look, there's the rabbit. You see the rabbit?
Is he going to kerpoof on out of here?
He's gonna be upside down. So at one point, Casey like takes it and he flips it upside down. It's one of those, those little things. So if you're noticing that at home, everybody, when you see it flip upside down, take a shot.
Man, I'm gonna be drunk by the end of this movie.
I think we're only at like 3 or 4 shots, man. Lightweight.
We're
I
nearing
am a lightweight.
Act 3, so we're real close to Act 3. And she's got the Cthulhu, what do you call those pants?
Pants.
Leggings?
Pants.
Leggings.
Or you can call them pants.
She's got the Cthulhu leggings on.
Like
And she
your hair.
changed her hair though, because this wasn't her first day. Her first day was the wedding day. So the wedding day, which you're gonna see, she's got her hair like up, kind of, and that on the sides. But then when I filmed her, like dyeing, like the wig on when she like the melting face thing,
Oh, okay.
it's like this.
Oh.
But she had her hair up,
So
and that's
she fucked it up.
I don't want to say she fucked it up, but she changed it.
God damn it. But I liked her hair.
I mean, she's very enthusiastic about coming and doing this.
Oh, yeah, man.
Do you?
Wasn't her boyfriend here too?
Yes, her boyfriend was present at any and all meetings and filmings.
Protecting her ass?
I don't know. I don't know what that was, but I mean, it was kind of like, it's kind of hard when he's just like sitting there and we're trying to film and stuff. It was distracting.
Oh.
It wasn't hard. It was just distracting.
No one on set, please.
Like,
If you're not involved.
I brought my brother one time. He just wanted to
that was
see
the same
experience.
day that he was there. Like, I don't know. It was, I don't know these people. They're not like close friends or anything
I
like
asked
that.
if I could bring him.
I know. And well, hold on. I'm not finished talking. I'm very thankful that she came in and helped out and was in the movie because I needed somebody.
Is that you in the fucking picture?
It's probably Casey, right?
Is it Casey? Fucking Casey. He couldn't have.
Right
Look
there.
at him. He couldn't have done this from a different angle. Didn't he say that? Doesn't he normally see himself in shots?
No, maybe that is me. No, that's Casey.
That's definitely Casey.
It's just you don't think that like that's because that's not a mirror. It's one of these photos here,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't necessarily think like, oh,
You're popping up in there?
right.
Refractions and whatnot.
There's me right there.
Oh, at least she covers you.
So take a shot if you see us in the thing. Can you see the rabbit here? Or is she going to be covering it the entire time? But the rabbit's upside down now.
Well, there's another thing you could look out for.
But yeah, so anyway, so like I said, I'm glad that she was in the movie, but like, I don't know, they were kind of weird people.
Sorry, whatever your name is. Michaela.
Like, and not weird
But
in a bad way.
Yeah.
But just
I
like,
thought she was cool.
yeah, she seemed very nice, seemed very
Mhm.
fun. Like, she was laughing and having fun with Madison and everyone when we were filming.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it's just like weird that like, he was kind of hanging around like they were attached at the hip or something. Like they had an umbilical cord between the two of them.
Some couples are like that, though. They just are codependent of each other.
I mean, maybe that's what it was. But it just... Like, I didn't have the same feeling towards your brother when he was here hanging out.
He helped you out. I don't know what
What did he do?
He was doing something. He was
He was
holding
watching the
curtain.
baby.
He was watching the baby, and he was holding the curtain when we were walking in and out.
But, like, her boyfriend showed up, and he was, like, quiet, and he didn't say anything, didn't really interact in any way. He wasn't, like, interested. Like, oh, hey, sorry that I had to come along, whatever. Can I help out in any way? Whatever. It was just kind of like he was there, just waiting for her to get done so they can leave.
Yeah.
Whereas your brother was like, you're like, oh, he wants to come and hang out and see what's up, what's going on.
Yeah.
So, like, it
He was
was
very supportive.
It was a very different vibe, your brother being an extra person around than her boyfriend being an extra person that's around. And here's Dakota, not physically in the same room with these two.
No.
So what were you looking at, Dakota? What were you looking at? Nothing?
Either me or maybe like my hand or something like that.
Were you here?
I don't think I was.
She wasn't here, but she is in that scene in the script.
This was one of those weird scenes where all of us like weren't here, and then some of us were here, and then we weren't, and then we were.
Well, this is just the three of them were here that day.
Yeah, I would have kissed that guy.
What about that guy? Look at that.
What the fuck do you mean?
Look at those teeth.
That's my husband.
And I think that's the very last thing I shot was Dakota right there. And then
Yes.
when I was done.
Who is that?
That is Kenny. He worked at JCPenney's.
Never met him.
He might have been there when you were still there.
Did Angel try to fuck him?
Maybe. It's unconfirmed. I heard that they hung out a lot, but I don't know if they ever did the deed. I wouldn't be surprised if it was
that sounded
no.
familiar.
What's that?
That sounded familiar if I threw Angel's name in there.
I mean, she might have wanted to, but he never did.
Um,
I mean, I think, I don't want to sound like a dick, but I think he might have had higher standards than,
Angel?
yeah. Once
He's
again, like, this is a
fucking
very personal commentary that we're talking about here.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it out there. He's hot.
This guy right here is a cop. He came in.
I
like
never saw that guy.
You never met him?
Never.
Me neither.
Super awesome guy.
Yeah.
Like,
When I saw this, I hadn't even thought about the fucking script. I didn't even fucking remember he was in this.
that there was
And
a
then-
character.
Yeah, and then I saw it and I was like, who the fuck is that? I was like, what the fuck?
Those ski goggles and masks.
He
He
was-
was so
He was
mysterious.
Right.
super, like who the fuck is this extra character in the movie? He's a super cool guy. He
Who's
hit
this? Did you pick him up too? Or is he your friend?
him like Robert. I posted on like a Reno Theater Resources.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, hey, I need someone to play this part. And Robert's like, yeah, I'll do it. And then Ryan was the very next person.
Wait,
to
like
hit me up.
Robert?
Robert Simpson, the guy that plays Trevor in here.
Okay.
No, not Robert Grant.
Okay.
But he was the second guy to hit me up.
Oh, okay.
And so when Sam dropped out, I was like, hey, are you still interested? When Sam, my brother Sam, dropped out, he was supposed to play that part.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, absolutely.
But your brother did film something, didn't he?
No, he was here for the read-through.
Oh,
he came down from Vegas for the read-through. But, like, he was in an awkward job, such a brand new job, they wouldn't give him the time. I bought him the plane ticket to fly down here and everything else.
So what happened to those air miles? Nothing?
I don't even know how that works. Yeah, I don't know.
Damn, man. That's unfortunate.
But anyways, this guy,
I never met him either.
Paul, you didn't meet him?
No.
Ryan, his name was Ryan. But Paul, the guy who plays the Marine, he was a cop. And I guess it was through like a Reno cosplay page that he responded to that. But he's like super into acting.
Nice.
And he wants to act. But he's a cop, and I guess he's...
So these people, they're like theater junkies, right? Like they love doing this kind of shit.
Ryan...
Did they want you to pay them?
No.
No?
That's the first thing I say to people. Like, hey, we're not getting paid. This is all out of our free time. So
right.
That I said right
That's
up front.
really cool, though.
But, I mean, when they go to act in theater, they're not getting paid. Some places try to, but most of them, it's just like...
It's your free time.
Yeah, it's like after extracurricular activity in high school.
Yeah.
And he got us this place right here. This is like a Mexican carnival that was going on in the parking lot where the Mervyn, this abandoned Mervyn's.
Oh, I remember.
I guess they do like dog training or something in this abandoned building.
No, that's actually right next to the building that I'm doing right now. We're redoing the other half of that building. That's the old Swenson's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to put something in there now?
They're putting a plasma donation center not in that building,
one?
but the next unit over and the other
sucks,
3 units.
Because he could have gotten us into Swenson's, and I was going to write a scene where like it was a fast food thing.
This was also super weird to me. I was like, where the fuck did I even get this shit?
Yeah, no, because he's a cop, so they do dog training and shit in there.
We are in the end stages of remodeling that entire building.
That's awesome. And this was awesome. This was also one of my last days too. I think this, and then I filmed with Dakota, and then that was it. But we had a lot of fun in here. Like, just had him chasing him around in the building. But, like, and I guess he's going to be like a plainclothes undercover cop now or something like that. So watch out, guys. No, he's super nice, super cool. Him and his wife came down to Vegas and watched the movie at the premiere.
Nice. Was she hot? I'm just kidding. You're like, no comment. He's a cop. I'm just kidding.
I mean, he's fucking built like a brick shit house.
Mm-hmm.
He's a huge fucking guy. And that's me filming on the outside of the building. Did you go to that Mexican carnival thing? I would have loved it if he would have chased him through the fucking fairgrounds. That would have been the best. Like you and Robert through the bums and Gossalt.
That was so much fun.
So yeah, we're in Act 3 now, people.
We're cutting it close.
Third act of the third act.
So,
3 acts.
any thoughts? How was it to work together for you two? You guys were dancing in one scene, I think.
I felt like she swept me off my feet.
You swept her off her feet.
Right.
She was really in control of that situation. Let's be real.
I could have stepped on Dakota's feet and he could have been doing all the moves.
No.
Like you're and then okay, so you were carrying him.
I feel so small in your arms.
There you go. But all in all, it was a cool experience.
You guys had fun running around the forest at night.
No.
Where's the shower
you were
curtain?
Freezing fucking cold, man. I felt so bad.
It was cold. Fucking mosquitoes everywhere. And you guys only had a beer. And I was pissed. I was like, damn it.
Didn't we stop at the gas station on the way up there?
We went there twice, though. I think.
Damn.
I think at one point I had a Red Bull, and the next time I didn't have shit. Because we had to get there before the light went down. But it was cool.
You ready for another one?
My ghost dick movie. Fuck yeah.
Ghost dick movie?
Yep.
Don't let that fool you. It's just a regular like rom-com with a ghost in it.
Are you gonna write a movie?
It's
Oh,
written.
you wrote it.
Ghost
It's written.
dicks?
It's a short
It's not.
film.
It's,
okay.
It's not a short film.
Is it? It's
It's
not?
it's feature length. It's 90 pages at least.
Good.
It's full length.
Maybe the ghost?
You could be the ghost. Well, she wants this guy to be the ghost, apparently.
Oh, fair enough.
Kenny. She wants Kenny to play the ghost. And he'd be a good ghost. You could play
The husband.
the husband.
Yeah.
Alright.
The husband's a dick.
Nice.
But not a ghost dick.
Right.
A corporeal dick.
Can you please name the movie Ghost Dick?
That's the joke. That's the joke. That's the inside joke title of the movie.
What did you name it? Do you remember?
Take My Hand.
Yeah.
And that's because like all of the Filipino movies that like Rose watches and I've gone to scene with, they're all based on like American songs.
Oh,
So like
okay.
and they're all like romantic comedy dramas and they'll all like
Wait, is Take My Hand a song?
it's the Elvis song. It's not called Take My Hand, but I'm using the lyric as a title.
Have you ever seen
Take my hand,
Take My
whole life through,
But I can't help
falling in love with you.
Oh.
Have you ever seen the movie Walk Hard?
Yes. It's been a while though.
There's actually a song called Take My Hand in that song.
Is there? But
Yeah.
it's not the...
It's the first song that he gets big on, and it's like this whole thing that like it's like this wholesome song about take my hand, we'll go for a walk, and then there's like old people protesting like this rock and roll music is
I've
the
seen
devil.
it, but it's been so long since I've seen it.
The devil has hands and he uses them for holding.
No, but that song, the song's called like "Falling in Love," right? It's "Falling in Love," and it's
I
by
can't help
Elvis.
falling in love with you.
Can't help, but can't help is in parentheses. Can't help falling in love with you, but take my hand because the way the movie ends. I don't want to spoil that here, though.
Don't do it.
It was a good script.
I mean, clearly we've already spoiled it by saying there's a ghost because you don't know it's a ghost at first. You think he's some like creeper guy that's fucking like
It's coming into
sleep
my
creeping,
house.
yeah.
Yeah.
TP creeping.
But he's
But
actually he's haunting it.
We need an empty house and some empty ass boxes to make it look like I'm moving.
Well, I mean, that's not the hardest thing to do. It really isn't.
I just need a
I mean,
wheelchair
clearly,
plan.
I took everything out of this room to
You're
deck it
right.
out like a wedding.
And you did this in your garage, right?
Yes, and I took everything back out of the garage and put it into here to shoot this.
Oh, she did. Oh no, she's not. Because she's a vampire.
Like, she looked like she's having trouble with the fucking contacts, too. Because she's, like, squinting and shit.
They fucking hurt, dude.
I heard colored contacts like that suck ass. Regular contacts are not so bad.
I think
Contacts in general
there.
suck.
Yeah, I think
No, they're
there are
not.
people who can wear them and people who can't.
I can wear them.
The last
can
time I
wear
wore
soft
contacts, I was hauling ass down a hill on a snowboard, and like when you go from like being able to see and like you first take your glasses off, you're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
like very disorienting.
Yeah.
And it's what's called flat light, where like if the sky is gray and the ground is white, it's hard to make the delineation like when you're looking down where
Yeah.
the ground stops.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'm hauling ass and I blink and my right contact just fucking disappears.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, dude. I ate shit super hard.
Oh, that sucks. Are you hella blind? Like hella?
My left
You
eye
guys
is
could
almost
swap glasses
nothing.
right now. And
My
see
left
what
eye is
your
almost nothing. My right
differentiation
eye
is.
is like really bad.
Which one is it? I think this one. I think my left eye is probably the worst too. I want to say.
Why don't you get LASIK, Dakota? You want to get LASIK?
LASIK? No.
I can see with Dakota's glasses, but it's a little.
Yeah, yours are like a little bit off.
Yeah.
You guys
But I
are
can
almost
see.
there.
We're almost at the same prescription.
Those don't look too bad on you, but Dakota, I don't know.
Dude,
that
these are-
color's not
no,
yours.
it blends in too much with his skin.
Call me pasty.
It's like Dakota.
I'm just as dark as you are, if not darker.
It's
I can
like
guarantee
Dakota. I
it.
thought you just put Ashley's
Bam.
glasses on, but I
on
couldn't
face.
tell.
Get with it. My face is darker, I guess.
No.
Because it's out in the sun just as often.
It's like if you wore khaki
Face
shorts
fits
and a
right.
khaki shirt, people would think you were naked.
You're right. Mhm.
Who's that naked girl?
You should do it, Dakota.
Like try and match my exact skin tone.
With your drawn nipples on the shirt.
You're gross. Just cut out the holes.
You buy one of those novelty shirts that has like the hot body on it.
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. So here we are at the wedding scene. Was this a chaotic day or what?
Was.
I mean, Jessica shows up with the baby and is like, I gotta go, so fucking let's get this done. Remember that?
Yep.
Because it was Father's Day. Or no, it was Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day weekend. And she's like, Ian had all these plans, blah, blah, blah. He only made those plans because he knew that she was filming. So fuck that guy. I don't mean to get personal. Suddenly I got personal.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
So we shot a couple quick things with Jessica and then said that she can go. This was her last day, I think. Because then after this, she was like, you and your movie have ruined my life. And I'm like, fine, you don't have to do it anymore. Haven't really talked to her since.
Really?
Yeah, maybe a couple of texts here and there.
That sucks,
like when Shania
had her baby.
But that same day was Angel was giving away a trampoline, and I knew Jessica was looking for a trampoline.
Oh, okay.
And I told her, like, hey, free trampoline, this is what you've been looking for. I don't think she ever got it, though.
Oh.
And then a couple months ago, she was like, oh, I'm going to throw these chairs away that you wanted to keep. And I'm like, I wanted to keep those for the movie so that we could destroy them.
Right.
We stopped making that movie a year ago. Like, because we were going to film the scene in her house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The wedding scene?
The wedding scene.
Oh, shit.
But, I mean, obviously not filming at her place. I was able to take everything out of here and set it up to look like this. Here's our quick flashback scenes. Does this look like real footage from the 1860s or what? People love these scenes. Like, I've gotten compliments on these, like, cutaways for these scenes. This was, like, I think this was my first day filming. I filmed this stuff, and we got, Corey's dad's in this movie, though, Daryl. Did you work with him ever?
No, not on any of them. I've seen him in the other.
Because he's in Godsalt, he's in the prison rape scene.
Yep.
And then he's the main bad guy in Street Toughs.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
And then I had him do that. And I put him in this movie. I'm like, you know what? Corey said no. I'm put him in this movie and have Corey watch the movie and be like, hey, my dad's in this. And I did want to shoot... Actually, I did. I wanted to shoot one last scene with the three of you. Like a post-credits scene.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we didn't get to do it.
Didn't get to. Because it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Couldn't get, like... Because he works until, like, 10 o'clock at night on the weekdays. And you've got, like you work on, like, Saturday
I
or
only
something.
have Sunday off.
So, like, it just didn't work out. And I got, like, World's Best Dad shirt for him, too.
Oh.
To put on. And this is behind Ceres. The alley behind Ceres downtown.
What series?
Ceres is that casino that has the alcoholic slushies. The alcoholic slushy bar. Weren't you there
Ceres.
post Godsalt? It's called Ceres.
Never heard
After
of
the
it.
Godsalt, did you came and hung out after Godsalt, right? After the premiere?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What did you do after Godsalt?
Nicole and I went home.
you
Because
sure?
we had just had Morgan.
No, see, Morgan was Street Toughs.
No.
What year was Morgan born?
2017.
And we made Godsalt in 2014.
Then
Street Toughs was the one where you had Morgan.
Was the big premiere.
Yeah, it was.
Godsalt and Street Toughs were the same. Just 3 years apart. Same place. Godsalt.
You're out of time, Dakota.
Oh, you guys were supposed to kiss here.
We kind of made it look like it, didn't we?
No, it looks fine.
Yeah, we tried to.
That was gross. That was weird.
Yeah.
Every time I watch this, I'm thinking I should have put more fucking blood on your face.
On my face?
Yes. Like when he puts the, like he pulls away and there's like nothing there.
True.
It's like nothing.
Well, she drank it all, dude. That's what the...
Like, no, like, you should have fucking...
Well, it's because you didn't want to because it was going to stain my...
Right, but I should have said,
cherry
fuck
sauce.
Cherry sauce.
That would have been... It's dark enough that you...
I didn't want to stain your skin, but you should have taken one for the team. I'm too nice.
You should have
Sissy.
See, you're not supposed to be nice.
And I do it to them, too.
Knife hand.
Yeah.
You gotta be a jerk.
It's your film,
And
man.
You gotta work on one of these. Right here.
Well, the thing is like, we wouldn't have had time for a cleanup if we needed to do another take.
You're right. That was the issue.
You
made me do that like 3 times.
With the blood? Yeah, I think you're right. And then Madison and...
No, it doesn't
Madison and Alexis, I do the same thing with them too when I shot this thing with Dakota, where I'm like, pour all this blood. Like, I should have really drenched them in fucking blood because he explodes on them, but they've got like, because I had them put Vaseline on to
so it comes off.
So it comes off. But then it didn't stick. The blood
Vaseline?
didn't stick. Yeah, the Vaseline was fine, but the Vaseline prevented the blood.
From
Like
sticking
staying
to your
on the
skin.
skin.
Yeah, from sticking on their skin and looking like it, so it kind of looks like...
Like oil
Like
and water
shit?
trying to mix together.
It didn't look like shit. It just didn't look like enough.
Sorry.
No.
For what?
I didn't eat your hand right.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I should have been munching on those.
Again, it's kind of weird, like... Here.
Shut the fuck up.
Take my hand. Yeah, silence!
Like,
Had I known you better, I wouldn't have had a problem.
we should have gone a little bit... We should have gone a little bit more all out. It's like...
Well, that's the thing.
But we were missing people because Kenny didn't show up.
Right.
I filmed all of his stuff
Right, I remember
a couple of
that.
hours.
He was
afterwards.
busy that day at work, wasn't he?
He was working, and so when he showed up, I just say your lines and then cut him in. Here's the big special effects scene. That was fun. Once again, that one we should have had it darker. So my sister made that skull. The face, it looks just like her before.
Ooh.
Like, obviously it goes by quick, so you don't get to see it, but like,
Yeah.
I lived with that thing.
Why didn't you slow motion it?
It was
So
reversed.
emotional.
Are you kidding?
Oh.
It took like a couple of hours to get that thing to melt.
Oh, okay.
And we're just watching. Radio silence. Dakota, you feeling okay? You look tired. Did you work today?
No.
Did
dude,
you
I've
work
been-
today?
I did.
You didn't work today?
No, I've
You
been
were
at
off?
home. I've been at home all week.
Bullshit. I'm just kidding. How was your
I've been
4th of
at
July
the kids.
weekend? Dakota?
We
She
went
was
to
talking
Rockland.
shit about you when I had to cancel
I was like-
2 weeks ago.
I was like, there's no 4th of July plans.
No, we went to
4th of
Rockland
July's
and
canceled.
No.
He's lying.
No, we went to Rockland. My sister-in-law lives over there,
Oh, okay.
and so went and visited my nephew, my brother-in-law, and my sister-in-law.
Nice.
So had a good time, man. It was fun.
Oh,
This fucking looks awesome. So fucking awesome. Because it looks like he's at a fucking cabin in the woods. I love the cutaway where you pump it and it cuts to you pumping back. It's fucking awesome. Movie magic! Yeah, see, like, the blood is kind of, like, pulling, like, I don't know, it's just dripping a little weird. She's barely got, like, I don't know what's going on there. She's got, like, an Indian dot up here.
she's got some dirt. She was running around dirt.
Who did her makeup? Was it you or Jessica?
It's probably Jessica.
Where she did, like, the smiley face.
Yeah, it's probably Jessica.
Like, you could see that it kind of wants to go around the Vaseline.
Right. But I mean, if you really pay attention. Because when I watched it, I didn't.
Right. But they could have been more like, I would have loved it if they just red
All
on
over.
both their faces. Do you remember this day, Dakota? Do you remember what happened before you came over? You had a family incident you had to deal with? With the dog biting Morgan, like, what, on the face or something?
Oh yeah,
Oh
dude.
my God.
She nipped Morgan in the face.
Your dog?
My dog.
Did you beat her ass?
Oh yeah.
He's still
And
got
then we had like a very stern conversation with my daughter, and she's still like
Traumatized?
she's not traumatized. She's just very careful with the dogs because she was almost 2, just turned 2.
2019.
Yeah, so she had just turned 2, and she had this habit of like if my dog's laying there, she like wants to play with the dog. She'll run up and like flop on her. And she went and flopped on the dog, and the dog like woke up and like shit.
Oh, okay.
And now we're over. Dakota, you get the last line of the movie. And the title of the movie.
Bam!
Really?
No.
You don't fuck with vampires.
No, not in the dark. Or no. Well, not in the dark. It's different, people.
It's different.
Look at
And
this.
that was your house.
Burn it down.
Tearing it up. Did I die in there?
No. You guys got away.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you ran away with ugly me.
And Papa.
Well,
My Papa was somewhere. We went
he's
to
going
his-
to... He was going to go present you to his father.
And he approved. He liked me.
Didn't happen.
Very nice.
Dakota Kimes is Detective Boop. I don't think... Did I put you in here as ugly? Yeah, right there. Dakota Kimes is ugly.
You spelled my name wrong.
Bullshit.
You did.
No. Don't be stupid.
Dakoduh.
Bullshit.
Dakota.
You're stupid.
So final thoughts?
That's cool.
Yeah, man, these fucking credits are sick.
Very thin credits, straight to the songs because it was like me, like look how many Bontas are right there.
All you Bontas.
Damn it, Bontas. Yep, the only thing I would have liked from this movie was not so many frames.
So many cuts.
Yeah.
So many.
Well, yeah, like you were saying, it's almost imperative that you have to set it up that way because
We don't have the
Of our
time to
story,
rehearsal.
well, you
And our
don't have the time
resources.
for rehearsal, and you have people who are in scenes together who weren't filming together. So you don't really have
Right.
the option of like, okay, we're going to pan out, we're going to get a shot from out here, and then we're going to get a shot, closer in. We'll do our. I remember what movie was that? That might have been Godsalt, where you would have like people, since we're doing it with one camera, step everything back, film everything, like film dialogue between you, and we would just basically get as far as we could with everything, then cut, pick up scripts, and then you would go through and like, okay, now we're going to do your lines, and I would read lines with the other person in the scene,
Right,
but you would be filming me, and then we would do it again over here.
Real quick,
So that gives
we
you a lot of
keep
editing
talking, but in
options.
case I can't put more on the thing, thanks for watching Not in the Dark. I'm Matt Bonta.
Ashley Cortez.
And Dakota Kimes.
Hey.
So we can keep talking, but I'll have the recording audio. But
Well, you can also like go through and cut out some of the stuff where we digressed to another topic.
but then the stuff when we're talking about a scene, it'll be in a weird spot.
It will. Yeah.
So
you're
this
right.
is going to be an alternate audio track on a DVD. This isn't a podcast.
Okay.
This is going to line up with the movie. So when you hit play on a disc, it'll play at the same time. And I don't know
As
if
we're
it'll,
watching it.
yeah, as you're watching, and I don't know if it'll continue on past that.
Mm-hmm.
It might. I've watched movies where people talk past the credits and it's just a black screen.
Yeah.
But that's like a professional production studio that is printing out these DVDs. I don't know if mine,
If you're going to be able to do that.
if I'm able to do that. And those people know how to compress video and audio to where it does whatever they want it to do.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can only do what I know how to do with what I have.
Yeah.
So yes.
Well, rock on, man.
So yeah, if we had more time to rehearse
And having everybody there
and
for
do
filming.
multiple takes and having everyone together when I need everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that if you take and like lengthen out your filming schedule, if you like on this next one take
The
8,
many
10
months,
months.
you need, yeah.
Well,
and,
one
and
thing
film
that
and get everything to line up, and then go through and like because I know that you go through and like
You
basically
brush-
put everything in like the storyline as it goes. Like, oh, this goes here as we're filming. So putting scenes together
Yes, we'll
But-
edit as
and then you go through and edit and trim down each individual scene afterwards. But
Well,
go
the-
through and like
the-
get
well,
an
the biggest
idea of
problem
what
here-
needs to be remade, what needs to be reshot.
was not having my own camera.
Right.
So not having my own camera
Kind of a camera buddy.
meant that I was kind of at the mercy of when Casey was able to film.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like when we did God Saw Street Toughs, that was my own camera.
Yeah.
So like, oh hey, we don't have Casey after this period. So that's why we were kind of pressed for time to get everything done, is so that I was able to keep using Casey and his camera.
Yeah.
It just sucked with all of us and our different schedules.
Different
You know,
schedules definitely suck,
Alexis
especially
living
like.
in Tahoe at one point.
Well, she was a trooper. I don't think she had a job, so she came down. Especially that night when Ian freaked out, and she came down here for nothing. Came down here, went up to Frenchman's to do nothing, to come back and go back to.
Was
Tahoe.
that fight at Frenchman's?
It was an ongoing build
From here to Frenchman's? Or-
from beyond here to Frenchman's. So, you know, like Dakota says, like from making Patriot Zombie, that was a big, fuck up, to like scheduling people out and everyone knowing when they're supposed to be somewhere. Like Ian and Jesse both knew that we were meeting here at a certain time, so that.
And they're friends, right?
And they're friends, and they work together.
Okay.
And they get high and drunk together and fuck around. Like, you've heard him, he talked to you about fucking around and everything else like that.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't want to have to force everyone to fucking take the pilgrimage up to Frenchman's in their car. So, we meet here. I'll take as many people as I can, if not everyone. Or me and Casey will pile everyone onto our cars and we'll go up there so no one has to waste gas, yada yada.
Right.
So we're meeting here at this time, but then they were getting drunk and high like right after work, and it was impossible to get a hold of them, and they were super late, and I kind of got pissed off and yelled at Jesse. And Ian was like, "Fuck him! Tell him to go fuck himself!" Like in the background of the phone, right? But they eventually like, "Okay, we're coming." Blah blah blah. And like Jessica had been fighting with him. I don't know what they were fighting, like what they had said, but they were fighting also over the phone.
Oh, okay.
So then Casey shows up, and Jessica's like, "Oh, they're just gonna meet us there." And like, it's not the easiest spot to find if you haven't been there, and we don't want to get lost.
Yeah.
Right.
And we don't have phone, access out there.
Right.
So Jessica's like, "Oh, they're just gonna meet us there." And it's like, well, fuck. Okay. So we go out there. Now I'm trying to remember everything. But we got into a big fight and a big yelling match about everything like that. And he was drunk and he was just saying, like, "Dude, I'm over this. I'm so over this." And I'm like, "Fine. Leave. You don't have to be here.
Then go.
You're
be
done. Yeah,
elsewhere.
go. Yeah, be wherever you want to be that's not here. You don't have to be in the movie. You're done."
Yeah.
And he was drunk, right? And he wanted to take the baby. And he was fighting with Jessica, and like, she was pushing him and telling him to get the fuck out of there, and you're not taking the baby, just get the fuck out of here. And he kept saying like, "Don't bother coming home, I'm gonna throw your shit out of the house," and yada yada yada, and things like that, and fuck you, and fuck your whole family, and fuck your brother, and fuck this movie.
You should have talked to him.
I didn't want to deal with the aftermath of punching someone. We don't live in a world where people can just fight things out anymore.
True.
Now we live in a world where if you punch somebody, you
Right.
get arrested or you get sued.
But if you're,
So, like, as much as I wanted to, and on top of that, like, I probably got 100 pounds on the guy, so it wouldn't have, like, I wasn't like I was afraid of any kind of physical altercation with him.
Right.
And he was saying shit like, "I didn't even want this fucking baby," and shit like that.
yeah, no.
So just
He would have got a real firm, like, shut the fuck up and go home. And
he didn't want it.
And if you decide that you want to keep fucking screaming that you're going to take her home and fucking take her baby away, yeah, no, I'll make you fucking leave, dude.
And then
there's
like,
a line. There's that line where you do have to understand that, like, we don't live in a world where you can just walk up and punch somebody in the face, but if somebody's going to be doing that to somebody, yeah, not fucking cool, dude.
So
I got this long of a fuse. I'm going to be real fucking cool up front. Like, hey, man, you need to get your shit. You need to get out of here. You guys can talk about this later.
Well, not only that, like, I've got
all
responsibilities here that I have to deal with, too.
Totally understand.
It's like if I was a single guy and shit didn't matter, like if he would have done this when we were making Godsoft or something like that, would have been a different story.
Totally.
And then, like, when he went to leave, he, like, blocked the road so that we couldn't get out.
The fuck?
So, I took Jessica and the baby. I'm like, okay, we're done. We don't have the filming. I really wish that Casey would have been recording this. But then she ended up just going back to him. Like, she was going to stay here. And then she was going to, like, take my car. Like, she was going to stay here. I went to go to bed in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, I saw that she texted me and was like, where are your keys, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, she's obviously just going to go back to him. Like, he talked her into coming back to him or whatever. So I just came and I took her home. And then that was that.
Yeah. Damn, bummer.
Now he's got some kind of, like...
Well, I don't know why she puts up with
bipolar.
it so much.
Because she's also got bipolar shit, too. Like, she's got the same, like, mental problems that he has.
And some people, like, can justify other people's behavior if it's out of line. Whether or not they can justify it to themselves. Or for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I would never do that to somebody, but she does that to me all the time. I got shit like that with my wife.
Right.
She gets mad, and then she says the most hurtful shit that she can that is completely unrelated to whatever the fuck is going on.
It's my brother.
She's that, like, throw just nasty rocks
Yeah.
at me and fuck you. And I just, like, hey, you're doing that, and that's not cool. That's just another thing that we got to talk about. Can you fucking stop? No, fuck you. All right, I'm out. Like, I'll be back in however long. Come back. Hey, you cool to talk now? Yeah, I'm really sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jessica had, like, one good boyfriend that she lost, and then right after that was when she kind of...
Fell off.
A series of, like... Then she got pregnant with some junkie dude. That's where Riley came from.
He's awesome.
Riley.
He's a good kid.
I fucking love him.
So, and then after that, it was just a series of just, like, kind of randos. Up to and including Ian.
Yeah.
So...
I'm pretty sure... Do you have her on Facebook?
Jess? Yeah.
I mean, so do I.
Was she not posting shit about him cheating on her? Did he cheat on her?
Well,
Yeah.
I stopped following because she posts, like, random fucking...
Sexual shit?
Like, just weird shit.
Yeah.
And it's like... Or she... It seems like she's overcompensating because sometimes it would just be like... Like, my man's the greatest kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it just seems like you're overcompensating at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you guys in your relationship, and I know how you are. And I'm friends with people that are longtime, like Letty and Andre. They're like old friends with Ian.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so like when I told them when all this happened, they were like, "Yeah, no, I see it. He's not like that's the guy he is, and he probably has bipolar, you know, and like I guess." Like he had a shitty like alcoholic abusive dad or something like that.
So that's probably where it stems from.
So like,
but I'm pretty sure that she was posting like shit about him cheating on her.
Really? Like recently?
Like how would you say it though? Like not
like a roundabout way of
I don't
saying it.
Follow like
Jess?
people's shit. I just like
Dakota likes to post funny fucking pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, that's like
I don't really post shit on Facebook, but
I laughed.
Jess occasionally pops up on my feed.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I'm like, did this bitch really get cheated on? And I think he tried accusing her of cheating. And then she was like, well, I'm the one who found your texts and all this bullshit.
This is on Facebook?
This was on Facebook. Yeah.
Like they had a back and forth conversation on there?
No, I think she posted something like, how are you going to accuse me of cheating when I'm the one who caught you with your fucking text?
And this was just a
like
worded post, not like a picture that she then...
No, it wasn't a picture. Like, she fucking wrote this out herself. And I was like, girl, are you really out here getting cheated on and...
Letting everyone you know read about it?
Right, and
my wife knows that's the one thing you can do. Gone. Done.
And posting that he's the greatest, but...
Right, I'm telling you, overcompensating.
Right, and I think it was around Father's Day. when she posted this. So then when she posted...
Last year?
No.
Has Father's Day come and gone already this year?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not a dad, so...
Way to fucking wish Dakota a happy Father's Day. What a jerk.
Good for you, dude. Knock some chick up twice.
I did what I always did, and then she got pregnant. So that's really the only difference.
But yeah, I was just like, and then I think his birthday passed, and I was like, she was overcompensating. I was like, you just said something, and then now you're on your bullshit again.
Yeah, I think like he gets drunk and has no filter, and
Oh, that's my fucking keys.
and then she does the same thing. I don't know if she gets drunk or not, but like I think they're both like bipolar depressives or something like that.
Right.
So like you got two unstable people getting together to be in one huge unstable relationship.
Poor kid.
And the shit that he was saying like about Riley,
I
like
would have slapped the fuck out of him. I would have left him that day.
Like,
shit about my kids. You're out of here.
well, he wasn't doing it around her.
Well, if there's a line, there's a line, dude. And yeah,
It's not the kids.
no,
Nope.
yeah, you. And again, I'm speaking.
Meanwhile,
from,
he's got like 3 or 4 kids with some fucked
Right.
up chick in
Some
another
other
state.
Yeah.
dude. I'm not. I'm in a situation that's very different, and I intentionally
good
created
situation.
something like her and I had been together for 7 years when Morgan was born.
It took you that long?
Yeah, dude, we've been together.
Took you that long to
Yeah.
have an accident?
How old
No,
are
no,
you?
no. 32.
Oh,
Or I turned 32 this next week. But
Are you
happy
going
early
hiking?
birthday.
Don't you go backpacking like every year on your birthday?
no,
Liar.
I did that for my 21st,
used to do
25th.
When he didn't have kids?
When he wasn't married?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm just kidding too.
No.
Truth
I
hurts.
think I'm gonna go out camping. But
So basically the
Shit.
same thing.
Yeah, that was
not
Roughing
the
it.
same thing.
Roughing it for a
No.
couple, like a weekend or something.
No, if your car is 15 feet from where you're sleeping, you're not. You got it easy.
If you're sleeping in
Like,
your
oh,
car,
we
you might as
ran
well
out of
be
water.
sitting at
I'll
home.
drive to the store real quick. I'll be back in however long.
I'll drive
Not a
home
big
real
deal.
quick.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 23. I'm going to be 24 in December. But see, like, I always think
I think
to
I met
myself,
Dakota when
like,
he was
I
24.
need to have my shit together by the time I'm 27.
21.
So you got 4 years. In 2009.
I was 20.
11 years ago. So
I was
21.
20. I was 20.
I like him young.
Almost
Dakota.
21. But,
See, Ashley? You started out like the same age in my movies as Dakota started out in my movies.
Now look at him. He's 32.
looking all
Yeah.
gross and shit. You're
But
old as
fucking
hell.
11 years ago was when I got him.
My-
You're old as hell and you stink.
My boyfriend is 32.
Ew.
Oh, you're with some old guy?
Ew.
He doesn't seem old, though.
Ashley, don't waste that on some old guy.
He's not. He doesn't feel old to me, though. Like, at first, I was
Get with
very...
someone your own age.
I was very, like, skeptical about it because I thought it was going to be a big issue. But
Go throw a
so
bone to
was
some
it.
young dude that can't fuck
I did.
Yeah,
I
no.
did, like,
Don't do
3
that.
times.
No, mm-mm, no.
And-
He
and
where
then
did you say he works?
Sushimis. So the old Haroba.
Okay.
So go over there and get some sushi. You eat sushi, right? We've never gotten sushi together.
That's weird because the first time I had sushi was with Matt.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. It was weird.
You don't like sushi?
I
Oh,
did.
that's
I know. I
right.
didn't. I didn't like sushi, and I had some chicken bullshit. And
Oh,
then
you got some Chinese food?
I don't know what the fuck.
Like
I
chicken
got-
teriyaki?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that, and then I think the girls from JCPenney invited me to sushi again for someone's birthday, and then I tried a piece, and I was like, it's not that bad, and then I think Luis had taken me again, and then that's when I started liking it, and I was like, oh, this is
It
not that
takes a little bit. I still don't like big chunks of raw fish.
Ooh.
bad. I take that off.
I'll
No,
eat
dude.
it together,
I'll
but if
order-
it falls off, I ain't eating that by
I'll
itself.
Yeah.
I'll order like the
Raw salmon.
like the salmon or the eel one.
tuna.
Is
I like
really good.
tuna.
Tuna
I'll
is
eat
really
the
good.
fuck out of like smoked spicy tuna.
Or just raw tuna on some rice.
We finally got some sushi not too long ago, like a couple weeks ago. It was amazing. It was fucking amazing. Because it's all been closed.
Yeah.
So we were able to get sushi like right before my surgery. So like the Saturday or Friday, and then my surgery was on Wednesday, and it was fucking amazing.
Oh.
It was great. But we've never had sushi together.
No.
Right?
I haven't been to sushi in 2 years.
Damn.
Almost 3.
Really? Just because of the
Not
kids?
since- Yeah, dude. I just don't ever spend time away from my kids. I really like being around my kids.
Are your
and
parents alive?
My dad lives less than a mile from my house.
He's got young parents.
You can't
though.
just like drop them off to your parents.
I don't.
And have a
I
date
don't
night?
want to.
But you need.
I
that.
saw a post
Yes.
on Facebook about somebody looking
Yes.
for date night
Dude,
babysitters.
Nicole and I have been having a hard time
Yeah.
as of late, and we've come to the realization that it's just that we don't spend enough time, just the two of us. So there is a
Right.
concerted effort moving forward that we go and dedicate that time away. But I don't like doing that.
I don't think any parent
I have not been
does,
snowboarding
Unless you're
one
a
time
hub.
in the last 2 years, not once. And you know me. Before
Yes.
it
That's
was
your
like,
life,
It
yeah.
was like
he's-
2 or 3 days a week.
like me with
Damn.
movies is Dakota with snowboarding.
Yes,
You should have
like
made a fucking documentary on
I-
snowboarding life.
love it. Yeah, no.
I'm not a
could you
documentary
imagine?
guy. I'm
and
not a
could you imagine
documentary
guy.
Matt out in the fucking woods?
You should try making a
this
documentary.
deep in snow, just fucking freezing his ass
I'm
off.
like, Dakota, here's a fucking, what do you call it, a GoPro.
GoPro.
I'll take the footage
I
and I'll make
got
something.
a bunch of GoPro footage.
Do it. Make a documentary on Dakota.
I'm like,
But,
here's Dakota, I
a
guess.
nice expose on Dakota Kind
Yeah,
He likes burritos.
I live
from
burritos.
Taco Bell. I'm just
No,
kidding.
not no Taco Bell burritos.
Qdoba.
No,
You don't like Qdoba?
not my favorite.
Okay.
Super Taqueria down south of town on Double R is the best burrito in town.
On Double R.
It's back in that like little industrial area. If you take
Longley?
so
Yeah,
Longley,
Longley.
where Airway crosses Longley, it becomes Double R if you go up
yeah,
toward the
I
hill.
work like right by there.
If you go up around that hill and you go down, and I forget what the street is. Right next, there's like an
By
apartment
Renown?
complex. Not quite that
No.
far.
You're like by some Indian place, right?
It's if the Indian place is you turn at that light. If you drive past that, take
Yeah.
the next right.
And
It's
then,
called
like-
Super Taqueria. Super Taqueria is legit.
And then like Rubicon's Deli is like right across from it or something like
Rubicon
that?
Deli's a little bit further,
Further
down.
down?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, I work like down the street from there.
Okay. Go
I've
to
never,
Super Taqueria.
I've never
Super
gotten
Taqueria.
food from there.
Al Pastor burrito. Al Pastor
Ooh.
super burrito is so fucking good. And use the red sauce. Their green sauce is pretty good, but I like the smoky spice.
Okay.
Red
Roasted
sauce is the
chilies.
shit.
Yeah, bitch, I'm
That-
gonna go try it. I'm gonna
It's
try it
so
one day
good,
for work.
dude. Best burrito in town. But if I'm looking for like something that's
Closer
kind of
to
all
you.
over
It's
town,
Qdoba.
no,
Oh,
super
Chipotle.
burrito.
I hate super
So
burgers.
burritos good.
Chicken
Fiesta
super burrito.
Mexicana is good.
You
The-
love
I love
Fiesta
Fiesta
Mexicana.
Mexicana, but I'll try this.
The best burrito though.
Oh, I like Roberto's too.
I love
Roberto's is
burritos.
eh.
Oh,
But
man.
the best burrito that you can get anywhere is a place called T's Rotisserie in Incline Village.
Okay.
If you're ever up in Lake Tahoe,
Yeah, I'll go there.
T's Mesquite Rotisserie is the name of the business. Get a tri-tip burrito.
I'm gonna
that
write this
sounds
down.
great.
It
I'm
is.
gonna write this
I
down.
literally every single we go once a year at least, even with the kids, up to Tahoe, and we stop by
What is it
T's
called?
Rotisserie.
Teas.
T apostrophe S Mesquite
Like letter T?
MESQUI.
I
Yeah,
found it.
rotisserie.
Favorite it.
It's right behind the 7-Eleven that's out in front of the movie theater in Incline. That was my place. Like, I used to drive down into Incline in the morning, grab a burrito, and then drive back up to Mount Rose so that I had, like, lunch.
Yeah.
And then when we
I'm
go to the
learning
lake,
something
I
new about
stop.
you. You never told me this story before.
Oh, yeah.
From the rotisserie.
Yes.
Burritos. Chicken, pork, tri-tip. Oh, it's not even that expensive.
Tri-tip. Yeah, no, I'm not a $15 for a fucking burrito kind of guy.
No, like
Most of those
But
places
Taco
are
is
like,
fucking bougie as fuck.
What
They be
is?
charging shit
No
out there.
way. Have you ever... Ugh, never mind.
Nope. You're gonna say it.
No, you probably are just somebody who doesn't like snow or being outside. So the idea of
I like
living in
being
Tahoe...
outside. No, I love Tahoe. Look at this.
Okay, South Lake Tahoe.
What is that?
South Lake Tahoe is incredibly affordable.
I love.
You're not right
It's
on
a
the water.
Tahoe.
There's the Tahoe Keys are like that. Kings Beach is surprisingly affordable. There's a vast part of Incline that is surprisingly affordable.
I don't know.
I
I
would
just don't
fucking
like
love
paying
it.
to go to the beach. I feel like it should be free.
No. Yeah, no. So,
You go to
Sand
California,
Harbor.
aren't they all
Sand
free?
Harbor,
That's your problem.
Sand
Right.
Harbor is right down the road from Incline.
Mm-hmm.
If you go up and over, there's Hidden Beach, Chimney Beach, Secret Cove.
Yeah, where the
There's-
fuck are all those places? Like Secret Cove and shit.
It's further
It's a
south.
secret, Ashley.
Going towards South Dakota. Where's
Yes,
that?
it's just after you drive through Cave Rock, and then you get up to
okay.
State Line. It's all that stuff. It's you know.
So Secret Cove is down that way?
Chimney Beach is my favorite beach to go
I've never
to.
been there. I
But
heard
it's-
Pope Beach is really nice.
Where?
Pope Beach.
Pope Beach.
Mm-hmm. It's like if you were to pass through South Lake Tahoe and you're going towards Emerald Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, Emerald Bay is
Emerald Bay
my
is awesome.
favorite. That's got to be my favorite.
That or like if you go
Love it.
northwest up through like Tahoe City, and you turn across Fanny Bridge, and then you go into like Tahoma, Rubicon Bay. Once you get out there, there's a place called DL Bliss, which is fucking beautiful. Beautiful.
I've been to Sugar Pine.
Sugar Pine is right next to there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've just been to Sugar Pine. But I fucking love Lake Tahoe. If I could live there. I just don't know what people do out there for work. Like, do you just work at Rayleigh's for the rest of your life?
That
What am I gonna
construction,
They probably commute, Ashley.
or you be
Fuck that.
independently wealthy.
Right.
No, I
guess.
know
Summer
people,
home.
I know people who
Well, AJ's parents lived
have
up there.
normal. Really?
Yeah. They lived in Incline. And they owned his condo, right? Where he lived when we were making papers
I
of
didn't
it.
know that they lived in Incline.
Yeah, they lived
I
in
thought,
Incline.
I thought they were still in Cleveland.
No, at the time, 2009, when we were hanging out making the movie, they lived in Incline. We went up there and got their car one time when
it's perfect.
we were all supposed to.
What is this?
It's a
Were you-
bracelet that you can add charms to it.
Were you going to go to California with us that one day? There was one day we were all going to go to San Francisco to go see Inglourious Bastards. Were you part of that?
Why in San Francisco?
Because that was the IMAX.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't an IMAX here.
Oh, okay.
But the IMAX was in I don't even think it played in IMAX anyways. There wasn't an IMAX specific Inglourious Bastards.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, really. The only thing
But
that
we-
I
but we
remember
went-
specific about AJ is helping him fix the oil pan on his car when he bottomed it out.
Right,
Broke
I
the
remember
oil
you
pan.
saying that. But did you go see Inglourious Bastards with us in town?
No.
We all went together.
No.
You didn't go?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Mhm.
It was like Patrick, Olivia, I think my brother was there, AJ.
I hadn't met your brother until
Well, he was in Patriot Zombie, so you met him that year. Had to have met him that year. You took over the part, right? No, you took Jeff's part. No. Jeff took my brother's part.
yes,
And you took Mac's part.
Mac's part. Yes, Mac, silly Mac.
I didn't know I could put it on there.
You don't know drama like fucking Patriot Zombie. That was the fucking movie. You should watch that documentary. It's right here.
Put it, bitch.
What, bitch?
The fuck?
It's this
We're
one.
here.
Dakota's right up front.
Front and
I
center.
want to hear.
My sweater.
How long ago was this, Dakota?
Fuck, 10 years ago. I look like a baby.
11.
Dakota!